Lynx is the name of several different characters in the fictional Transformers universes. Transformers, Generation 1, Lynx consists of two separate components, a space shuttle that can transform into a bird-like creature, and a ground transport vehicle, which transforms into a Lynx. The two parts can combine with each other in either mode, allowing one to mount the shuttle on the transporter, or merge the bird and Lynx into one large, griffin-like robot form. It is this mode for which he is most famous, because it acts as his dominant robot mode in both cartoon and comic, replacing the humanoid form employed by most Transformers. Lynx's unusual transformation has led to a few inconsistencies in the manner in which it is depicted in other media. The Marvel comic series erroneously portrayed him as not separating into bird and Lynx modes, but instead transforming between the two, like a triple changer, despite establishing that he was supposed to separate in the Transformers Universe handbook. Conversely, the animated series adhered to the character's intended transformation method of splitting into two forms, save for an animation error in Surprise Party, which saw an unusually small Lynx transform directly from shuttle mode to Lynx mode, and in the Quintessence Journal, when Lynx transforms from Lynx mode to shuttle mode. The Lynx toy is one of the largest Generation 1 Transformers, almost as big as Metroplex or Triptychon, but does not come with any accessories whatsoever. Reception Lynx was named to have the worst Transformers disguise by Cracked magazine. He was picked as the fourth most loved Transformer of all time by X Entertainment. Animated series Lynx only appeared in the third season. True to his tech specs, he appears very intellectual and somewhat snobbish. He speaks with a British accent. Lynx played an important part in the return of Optimus Prime by bringing a quintessence to Earth to revive the deceased Optimus Prime, and in Call of the Primitives, where he led the primitive animal-themed Transformers. He has an enmity with the Decepticon subgroup the Predacons, especially in their combined form of Predaking. Lynx appeared in Episode 89. Grimlock's New Brain. Returning from a deep space mission fighting Decepticons with Cosmos, the pair of Autobots suddenly found themselves unable to fly and crashed into Cybertron at Power Platform Alpha. It was discovered that sabotage in the generator was creating a disruptive effect on Transformers. Cosmos and Lynx were sent to repair by Perceptor. His most important role was in the return of Optimus Prime. After the initial phase of the hate plague had infected the Earth and the surrounding star systems, Lynx was perhaps the only uninfected Transformer still capable of space flight. He was contacted by Rodimus Prime while en route to Earth to combat the plague and evacuate survivors. Rodimus ordered him to find a quintessence and bring him to Earth without delay. He does so once learning a quintessence is needed to restore Optimus Prime to life. Lynx rescues one from plague-infected Sharkticons in return for the entity's help with Prime. The pair managed to revive Optimus while hiding in the deactivated Metroplex. Lynx transports Optimus and several other Autobots to the Decepticon homeworld of Char. Forming an alliance with the uninfected Galvatron, the plague-proof metal is acquired. Due to circumstance, Lynx and Prime make it back to Earth as the only Alliance members uninfected. By this time, Rodimus Prime, holding the Matrix, had become infected. Prime is coated with a small quantity of the special metal they had and with the assistance of the uninfected Steeljaw, confronts Rodimus. Lynx is infected during this. Rodimus is soon defeated and the Matrix cures the plague. Marvel Comics Lynx first appeared after Grimlock had taken up leadership of the Autobots after Optimus Prime's death. He sided with the rebel Autobots Blaster and Bumblebee, who Grimlock, leader of the Autobots at the time, thought were criminals. Meanwhile, on Earth, 4 human children accidentally witnessed a battle between the Protectobots and the Combaticons. The Protectobots won, with help from Blaster, and the children became so excited that they wanted to join in. The Autobots agreed, removing the modification lock Grimlock had placed on Blaster and putting it on the Combaticon Blastoff instead. Inside Blastoff, Blaster and the children were able to go to space. Lynx's first job was to escort the children safely off from Blastoff, who was seen as an enemy by Grimlock's forces. This worked, but Sky Lynx and the children later got into trouble on a cosmic carnival ship where Burko put them on public display. After escaping the carnival ship, Sky Lynx brought the children safely back home to Earth. However, when he revealed he was a Transformer, the crowd got scared and angry, and drove him and Burko back to space. They later ended up at Central Point Space Station, where they were in danger of being eaten by mechanibals. Autobot Pretenders Landmine and Cloudburst saved them. Dreamwave Productions Sky Lynx had only a minor role in the Dreamwave comics. He was parked on one of Cybertron's spaceports when a group of Decepticons led by Starscream steals him. After Sky Lynx launched into space, he transforms into bird mode and regains control of himself. It was later shown that the Decepticons were able to overpower Sky Lynx and forced him into fighting the Combaticons in their combined form of Bruticus for combat training on Earth. He was presumably liberated when Megatron and the Predacons arrived to force Starscream and the Combaticons into submission. Other appearances Sky Lynx can be seen briefly in Pow Wow Highway, a 1989 film about an Aboriginal tribe which is battling greedy land developers for the rights to strip mine their land. One of Bonnie Redbow's children is playing with the toy in the front seat of the car when she is pulled over and arrested by the local police. The Autobot symbol, as well as the trademark underside of the shuttle component of Sky Lynx is present in this shot. Toys Generation 1 Sky Lynx, based on a transforming toy manufactured by Toy Box, Sky Lynx has a motorized system that enables him to roll in vehicle mode and walk in Lynx mode. Due to licensing issues, this toy was not released in Japan as a Transformers toy until 2008. Generation 1 Encore Sky Lynx. When Takara and Tomy merged to form Takara Tomy in 2006, it was revealed that Tomy held the licenses to the toys used to make characters such as Omega Supreme and Sky Lynx, which were not part of the original Japanese G1 toy line. As a result, Sky Lynx was reissued by Takara Tomy as part of the G1 Encore line, marking the first time he was marketed in Japan as a Transformers toy. Transformers, Cybertron. The name Sky Lynx was reassigned to a Minicon, this time, part of the Decepticon Sky Attack team. Fun Publications Sky Lynx appeared among the Minicons allied under thrust with the Decepticons in Balancing Act by Fun Publications. Toys Cybertron Sky Lynx, part of the Versus Minicon packs. This toy comes packaged with the Autobot Minicon Thunderblast. Sky Lynx is repainted from the Armada toy gun barrel. The Voyager-sized Leo Breaker toy was initially sold by itself, and later sold at Target stores with the Minicon Sky Lynx and Thunderblast attached as a promotion. Transformers, Timelines. This Sky Lynx is depicted as looking similar to the Generation 1 character, but with a lynx head and reptile feet in his combined mode. He also has very low self-worth, the opposite of his Generation 1 counterpart. Sky Lynx was once a humble lieutenant commander on Cybertron in charge of the 9th Omega Sentinel Brigade who was defeated and humiliated by the Great Barbarian Lord Wheelie. He was later recruited by Alpha Trion and hopes to redeem himself by helping bring Overlord Alpha Trion to power. Fun Publications In 2009 a character named Sky Lynx appears in the story Reunification by Fun Publications. This character is one of Optimus Prime's evil Autobots, but secretly loyal to Alpha Trion. He captures the Decepticon Scout Breakdown and gives him to his master. Later, Sky Lynx helps Alpha Trion in attempting to kill Optimus Prime, but they are thwarted by Prime's loyalists and his new weapon, Omega Doom. Transformers Prime. Sky Lynx is a Predacon clone who appears in Transformers Prime Beast Hunters, Predacons Rising, the series finale to Transformers, Prime. Sky Lynx transforms into a red, white, and black mechanical dragon. Sky Lynx seems to be very prideful and arrogant of his abilities but as strong as he was able to incapacitate Ultra Magnus very quickly. Animated series Sky Lynx was cloned from an ancient Predacon named Skystalker as seen in the episode Chain of Command in Predaking's Visions. The original Skystalker went extinct in an event of prehistoric Cybertron known as the Great Cataclysm. During the Great War, Shockwave began experimenting with prehistoric Predacan fossils including Skystalkers. Skystalker was cloned a number of times. As revealed in Project Predacan, the first known Skystalker clone was sent with an army of Predacans to attack Autobots stationed on Earth and guard Energon deposits there and wait until Megatron returned, presumably dying while waiting. It's also possible he merely went into stasis, becoming the Predacan known as Ghidorah in the Japanese exclusive series Transformers, Geo, and serving Dragatron. Meanwhile on Cybertron, in the Rage of the Dinobots comic series created by IDW Publishing, a group of Decepticons volunteered for one of Shockwave's experiments that involved splicing their CNA with Predacan CNA, creation hybrid Predacans, called the Forged. Among the Forged is a Decepticon named Backbite, who was apparently the one spliced with Skystalker's CNA. It's also possible that the optic found by Predaking in Chain of Command belonged to Skystalker and was also to be used to create another clone, but this clone was destroyed in Evolution. After the war on Earth ended and Megatron was vanquished, Shockwave decided to clone the Predacan once more. This clone became Skylynx and was partnered with Darksteel, a clone of another Predacan. This Skylynx was one of the two new Predacans that appeared in Predacans Rising. He was cloned by Starscream and Shockwave, along with Darksteel, and was planned to be a part of new Predacan army to be used against Autobots. But after Predaking defeated him and Darksteel in a battle, they swore allegiance to him. He and the other Predacans took part in the fight against Unicron's vessel. They all survived the fight, and is last seen when the three Predacans hunt down Starscream and supposedly kill him. Toys Prime, Beast Hunters Deluxe Class Skylynx, Recola of Deluxe Class Predacans Skystalker. References: Furman, Simon. Transformers, The Ultimate Guide. DK Publishing Incorporated, pages 48. ISBN 1-4053-0461-8.